What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Chase with Shinify here, and today we're going to be talking about making over $1,000 a day with AI and ChatGPT. What we're actually going to be doing today is we're going to be utilizing Facebook to start earning money. And the best part is you don't have to have a following for this. I'm going to show you some hacks that you can start using. And this is something that you can get started with literally today. And within the next probably week or two, you're going to actually be able to make sales with this. And the reason I know this is because I've seen other people do it. I've seen other people do it inside of our group too. So, by the way, everything that we're going to be talking about is going to be based on this checklist that I'm constantly adding to. And if you're new here, here's the checklist. I'm going to give you this in today's video. All you have to do to grab this checklist is just drop a comment, leave a like, and subscribe. And I will send you access to this free checklist in today's video. When you go to shinify.com, what's going to happen is you're going to get to this page here. And then it's going to say, enter your info. You're going to enter your info. And it's going to forward you to our Discord group. It's a free Discord group. And inside of the Discord group, we have everything inside of the Get Started tab. So the cool thing about this group too is like, this isn't like probably something that you've seen before. If you're new here, you're probably like, oh, they're going to sell me something. We don't sell you anything. Everything in the group's optional. We give you access to this checklist where you can walk through it and you can choose, if you want to use some of the tools that we use, but nothing in here is like paid. You don't have to like sign up for a coaching call or sign up for anything. The way we make money in this group is we just do affiliate marketing. And so we use what I'm going to share with you today to basically monetize our following, because we build followings with automation and with just different cool tactics that you can get started with. And I'm going to be sharing with you actually what I think you should do. What I actually messed up on when I first started teaching this checklist was I started telling people to start creating videos. And while I do think it's important to create videos, it's actually very important. I do think that the best thing you can actually do is start building a following with something like Facebook or Instagram. And I'll explain why in a second. But before we do, let me make sure I tell everybody in our group that we are live. Like the setup. Oh, thanks. Is this real? Yes. I need to have like a timestamp so I can show you it's real. Always trying new things. Let's see how it goes. Sweet. I don't know if I have to believe this because it looks too good to be true. I mean, go check out all the people in the group, by the way. Look at the Wins channel. The reason I built the Wins channel is because I wanted everybody to see that everybody in the group that's taking action is being highlighted. So look at all these people in here. Go check out the Wins tab. I basically, anytime somebody posts a win, I enter them into a giveaway that we do pretty much every week. And this new giveaway we're actually doing ends in 2 days, or 3 days actually, and it's $1,000 giveaway. And all you have to do is just go in here and post your wins, so that when people do ask these questions like, hey, is this real? You can go forward them to this Wins tab and just see all the different people in here. Make Money Online Tactics says, I'm building a dog channel with dog affiliate checklist. I got the idea for you. Oh, nice. I love that. So yeah, go check out all the wins. You'll see that, this is real. We're not just making this stuff up. All right. So by the way, there are things that I can't share like publicly. I only share them in the group. And I do recommend checking out some of our group call replays. If you go to the replays tab inside of our Discord here on the left, you can see all of our previous group calls. So I'd go check those out if you have time. All right, so basically what we're going to be covering today is how you can start growing a following really, really quickly without paying any money, without having to do videos. It's kind of what I wish I would have told you sooner, but I actually didn't even think about it. until now. It basically just popped into my head and I'm like, wait, why am I not talking about this? Usually the things that you're supposed to be talking about, the things that are right in front of you, you don't even really notice. Real Vicky says, hello, everyone. Hello, Real Vicky. ABDI says, thanks, man. I'm going to have to invest some time on this. Yeah. It's a pretty extensive checklist. Let me send this out really quick. We are live on YouTube. Come out with us and see the secret to building sales without having any followers or spending any money. And that's the most important part about the thing that we're going to be talking about today, by the way, is that you're not going to have to spend any money either. Because I think a lot of times when you see people say like, oh, you don't have to have followers, you don't have to show your face, but then you have to take out your credit card. You don't even have to take out your credit card. Like, it's not like what I'm going to show you today. You don't even need to have a trial or anything for. You just need to have a Facebook account. Yeah, so basically what I've been doing lately is I've just been trying to give as much value as humanly possible. And the reason why is I do think like this is what you're going to see more and more people do. You're going to see less people selling courses. Everybody's going to start giving away everything for free. Because think about it. How do you compete with somebody that's giving away this much stuff for free when it comes to, you know, building a following? It's going to be really hard. So I do think the game is changing. I think paid courses are going to go away. And also, why do you even need paid courses anymore? Like everything's already free, you know, on YouTube. It just doesn't make sense. All right, we're going to send this off and then we will be good to go. No Facebook, that's fine. You can create another. It takes 2 seconds. All right, we're good. Okay. So again, if you're brand new, I do recommend joining our free Discord. The Discord server, if you just want the direct link, it's discord.gg/Shinify. Okay. So we actually had a part 1 to this Facebook tutorial, but this was more around Facebook pages. So this will actually probably be part 2. But I recommend if you're starting out, start a Facebook personal profile, okay? Why? Because here's the thing. The main platforms that we focus on in this system are Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and if you want to, you can do TikTok. That's up to you. Okay. But the main ones are these 3. And I would say it's probably in this order, maybe even Instagram above YouTube. And here's why. Okay. So when you're on YouTube, first of all, every single one of these platforms, whether you're on TikTok, Facebook, any platform you're on, you have to build trust with these platforms. You got to be consistent at posting content and you got to have some engagement, some real engagement. And the reason why is you got to think about this. You're competing with thousands and thousands, millions of other people, right? And so the question is, how do these platforms know to show your content to more people? And the answer is that it's through trust. Okay. It's through consistent posting of content that doesn't get flagged or banned. And it's through engagement from real people. And so the question is, how do we build up this consistent engagement and consistent content on these different platforms? Now, when it comes to YouTube, here's a big problem with YouTube. YouTube, you need followers to be able to start getting more views, right? yes, if you start posting organically, you will reach some people, but until you reach a certain amount of followers, it's very hard to get growth on YouTube. And so with YouTube, it's kind of hard to start getting people to like watch your videos, right? Because they usually either have to come from search, right? Like you have to show up in YouTube search, or you have to transfer those followers from somewhere else. And so the cool thing about Facebook is if you start adding people as friends and you start interacting and you start getting people like on Facebook or even with Instagram too, let's say you start following people, there's a high chance that those people are going to go and follow you back. And most people don't realize this, but if you add a friend, you're actually following them. Okay. So we actually started something inside of our Discord. We'll see how long we keep this, but I think we can keep it for a little while. But if I go into our Discord, FBFFF, that's Facebook follow for follow. Basically, these are all people that have submitted their profile links here. And ideally, we can go and friend them, okay? And these are all people that are interested in basically AI and everything that we're talking about. So, for example, if I send this person a friend request, Kim, she didn't even accept it, but let's say I send a friend request. Watch, let me do this again. Cancel the request and then add her again. What's going to happen is, check this out. So I didn't even click on follow. You see that? I didn't even click on follow, but it started following Kim just because I requested her as a friend. And so if you go and friend, let's say I friend Kim, right? And then Kim friends me. Well, what's going to happen is Kim is going to automatically follow me unless she unfollows me afterwards, okay? And so the idea with this is that if you start getting people to add you as a friend, you start getting followers just automatically. And so what we can do is we can start finding people that are highly engaged in the things that we want to get engagement with, and we can start getting them as followers for free, okay? So let me show you this. So if I go to Facebook here and I type in on the search bar something like, I don't know, make money online with AI or something like that, or AI tools, doesn't matter what it is. The people that I saw earn money with our previous programs, when I was doing affiliate with my own products, some of the people that were earning money, they were people that literally were just joining groups and then posting about our products. That was it. They were going like, I actually did a video about this guy. His name was Scott. He made literally like a couple grand, and all he did was he basically joined a bunch of groups and he was just posting in the groups, and people were reaching out to him, and then he was giving them his affiliate links. Okay. And so there's literally millions of groups on Facebook. In some of the groups, you'll get really good engagement. Some of them you won't. But ideally, you can tap into these groups. I wouldn't recommend just going into these groups and just like hijacking them, like just posting links. I don't think that usually works very well. You want to go in there and you want to use certain types of content. I'll show you the types of content I think will work for you. But overall, like I could probably find thousands of different groups in different verticals that our offers would fit in, right? But let's just say we looked up AI. Let's just do AI tools. And then we clicked on groups here. And then we clicked on, I don't know, AI tools and update. Let's just click on join here. Visit. So what we want to do is we want to look for people that are commenting. And the reason why is because the people that are commenting, right, if they're going to comment on this thing, let's say it's about AI or Elon Musk or whatever, we know that if we can get them to follow us, there's a chance that they're going to see our content if it's about similar stuff, and they're going to engage with it as well. I don't even recommend like adding people that are just liking. I'd recommend getting people that are really, really high engagement, which comments are kind of the highest level of engagement. And then I would also look and see, okay, when's the last time they commented, right? So if they commented in the last 24 hours, okay, good. They're not like commenting on this from months ago. So that means they have an active account. And then the other thing I would look for too is, where is this person located? Ideally, you want to, so the highest EPCs you're going to get, what's an EPC? EPC is earnings per click, okay? And the highest earnings per click you're going to get is from a US-based audience, okay? So here's what we're doing here. We're basically training the algorithm on how to distribute our content based on who's going to engage with our content. So let's say you build a new Facebook profile, right? and you have 0 friends. So first thing you want to do is probably set up that profile. So, add a profile picture, add a bio, whatever. If you have the ability to buy the verification from Facebook, this is like $15 a month. Do that because it's going to make you look even more legit. But, you fill out your bio, you put some content on your page, make it look like it's not just some random profile, right? And then let's say you have 0 friends. So what you want to do is you want to go and find people. Let's say you find people that are interested in, AI. And ideally, you want to find people that are interested in things that you're going to be posting about. Because what's going to happen is if you add a bunch of people and they have nothing to do with AI and they've never interacted with AI before, and then you post something and then your content gets distributed to those people and they're not interested in it, well, what's going to happen is that post is going to die and your organic reach is going to go down, okay? So what you want to do is you want to find people that are interacting with content that you're going to basically be replicating. And then you want to find people, let's say, that are in the US. That's where the high CPCs are. This is where when you start becoming an affiliate, this is like what the affiliates are going to ask you. They're going to say, where's your audience located? And you're going to say, mainly in the US. And they're going to be like, okay, cool. And then you're just going to add people every day like this. But there's a certain way you want to do this, okay? So let's say we go back and let's just say Paul here looks like a good candidate. So I'm going to like Paul's post. I'm going to hover over his name. I'm going to add him. It says you might not know this person. Send only to people that you know. Okay, it's letting me do it. I had to click it twice. But now I'm going to say, so he says, let's make it to Mexico and France connected. Good point. Just added you. And really all you're looking for is for them to add you back. I don't know if this group makes you, some of the groups have different rules, right? Some of the groups, like, you have to be approved before you can comment on people's posts. But ideally you want to do this with a bunch of people, right? Like Alex here. This man cannot find a way to continue scamming the US government for money. Okay, maybe that's a little negative. But you ideally want to just find really, because here's the thing. If you want to get out of the Facebook jail and you want to start getting a bunch of organic reach, because what Facebook does, right, is Facebook matches your people to other people like those people. And so you have to train the algorithm. So like when I'm on Facebook and I get, let's say, 20 friends that are all interested in AI and they're really highly engaged, they like my posts, Facebook's going to go, okay, I'm going to go and match this to similar people. And so you want to really focus on, with these profiles, really training up the algorithm to know who you're matching with, right? So ideally you want to like look for the most highest engaged people, but people that are like really stoked about this AI stuff or whatever you're going to be talking about, because this applies to any vertical, right? So there isn't a whole lot of engagement in this group. Let's go to another group. Let's just go back to AI tools, AI updates, whatever. This is a personal profile. You can't add people as a page. So this is for just building your first 5,000 followers, right? Let's click on this one and join it. Okay. Again, this looks kind of like not a very good group. And you're going to join a lot of groups, by the way. Some of them are going to be like, oh, this is a good group. Some of them are not. And ideally, like, if you start posting in these groups, some of these groups will perform really well. Like you might find a group that only has 1,000 people in it, but the people are super engaged, and you make a post and like 30 people respond to you. And then you join a group with like 200,000 people in it, nobody responds. And the reason for that is because usually with these groups, I actually probably need to go rebuild my group, but with these groups is the bigger they get, the more inactive people are in them, right? Like my group's like almost 7 years old. And so a lot of those accounts, they end up like dying. They end up just, flatlining, or they get banned, or people don't log on, or they were interested in this thing a long time ago and now they're no longer interested. And so some of these bigger groups actually get less engagement than these smaller groups. Let me join this one. You can see it says 10 posts a day. Okay, cool. Got it. What AI tool? So look, all these people responding. Now here's a really good post as an example. What this person's doing here is they're asking a question and they're saying, what AI tool can I use? And then what's happening is they're basically farming engagement, because what you want is you want to create content that's going to get engagement, because what happens is as soon as somebody engages with your post, even if they're not following you, there's a chance that they're going to see your post again just because they engaged with it. And so if you create content, right, this is where people mess up. People will go and they'll post something on Facebook and they'll say, here's my link. And then Facebook nerfs those posts because Facebook doesn't want people leaving the platform. They want people engaging with the platform. And so what you want to do is instead go, I have a link to a thing that's cool, respond with a word and I'll send it to you. And then you get all these people commenting, engaging, but then you also get their future engagement too, because chances are they're going to see your post again because they interacted with it. And so this is a great example of, I could take this exact same post, publish it on my own profile. And if I get these people that are interacting on this as friends and they're following me, there's a very high chance that they're going to go and interact with my post too. Perplexity may be good for researching. So this person answers questions, right? So this is a really good example of somebody, she's an admin, but this is a good example of somebody that might be a good candidate. Because she's an admin, she might only be responding because this is a person in her group, but this person's not an admin and they responded, okay? This person's in Australia, which, again, it's not the US, but it's not terrible, just because like the main highest EPC places is like US, Australia, UK. Those are kind of the main ones. But anyways, or Canada's another one. So here we go. Let me go back so I can, it looks like I can't even maybe add him. Let me just like the post. And then I would even recommend, DMing people too. You can send, I think it's like 20 to 25 DMs a day. So I can say like, hey, Ben, saw you in the other group. And then I just do, like, you can ask questions, right? Like, you're just trying to build relationships with people. Hey, Ben, I saw you in the other group. Was wondering what you were working on with AI. And then you can just plug and play that with other people. Now, there are tools that'll like automate this stuff for you, but it's such a small quantity of people every day that it's not like, this is something that you can do for like 10 minutes a night on your phone. And essentially, like, this might take you like a month or two to get like maybe 5,000 followers. I don't know what the friend limit is. Let me go check. Let's type in Facebook follower request limit or friend limit. And by the way, there used to be a way that you could transfer all your friends into page likes as well. And then you would get a personal and a Facebook page out of it, both with the 5,000 followers. You basically get like 10,000. It's the same people, but you basically get double the chances. I don't know if that still exists anymore, but I did it in the past with my page. Facebook friend request daily limit. So you got to realize that Facebook tries to limit this as much as possible. And the reason why is because it works. And so this is why, if I were you, like every single day, I would just go in and like add 20 people. I don't know what the exact number is. It'll tell you when you're getting cut off. I think it's around like 20 to 25 people a day. But as soon as it cuts you off, so here's another question. And you'll see, like, this is the thing that I'm showing you here. Like, this is what a lot of these big groups do, is they farm engagement. Because the more you can farm engagement, the higher chances that people are going to see your next post. And then let's say 5 of your posts are just farming all these people that are going to see your next post. And then on your next post, right, let's say 5 or 6 posts down the line, you build up all this engagement. Then you say, hey, I have this free course or something, or whatever your offer is, free trial, this new tool I'm using. And then you get them into your affiliate link. What does everyone teach in this group? Okay, so now we got 180 comments. You see that? Do you think this person actually cares what these people teach? No, it's to build the engagement. And again, like, even if you can just go in these groups and ask questions like this, you get 180 people. Let's say this post has 10,000 post reach, right? You get all these people going and then adding you as a friend or following you. And now you're building up more of your following. And remember, you only need a couple of these types of groups, and there's millions of groups on Facebook. But look at this. This isn't even an admin. This is just some random person. Okay, so Latin and Greek. Okay. Maybe we find people that are interested in AI or something. I don't know. But do you see what I'm saying? There's another one, 20 prompting tips. And like, you can use ChatGPT to rewrite these. They're already proven to work, right? Even in my group, check this out. Let's go in my group. I haven't really been focusing on this group at all just because I got other things to do. But here's like a post I made, AI made me a millionaire, to celebrate, I'm giving something for free to people that comment. So you could take this exact same thing and then just use ChatGPT to regenerate it. But look at this, 2.4 thousand people reached, and then all these people engaging. And here's the other thing. If you go post in somebody else's group, right, and you get 180 comments and it's on your post and you're responding to these people, boom, add them after or send them a DM after. Now they're adding you as a follower, right? Because you're adding them. But this is what I would be doing is I would be looking for the groups that have the people in them. And like I said, you're going to go into some groups and you're going to get really amazing engagement. Let's just try to, let's copy one of these people here. So let's take a post, right, that's done well. What does everybody teach? And then what's the thing about this group? AI tools for teachers. What are the main tools everyone's using here? Okay. Then we click on this thing because that's the layout that they're using, and then boom, post. Okay, so hopefully the admin approves that. Submit. Okay, so look at this. Some of the groups let you post instantly. Other ones have to let you approve it. But it's usually a good sign if they, oh look, they already approved it. So I just infiltrated this group of 231,000 people, right? They already approved my post. And then think about the potential of this. Let's say this hits 10,000, 20,000 people in the group, and all those people are seeing the post, and then they're going and following me. But then here's the cool thing, right? If you set your profile to public, let's say you get like 10, 20 followers, 30 followers on your Facebook page. So if you have a public profile, right? If we go into settings here, and you want to do this on your profile, if we go to settings, you want to set this to public because this is basically like a public YouTube account, except it's Facebook, okay? If I go to profile details here, and then I go to default audience setting, here it is. This might be changed in the future, but you want to change this to public, okay? And then what this does is basically you're saying, Facebook, go and distribute my content organically to people, okay? And so what that means is like you can start showing up in search as well, right? So like if somebody searches for AI and you have a post that does well, you can actually, here, let me go take this. I'm going to search this. Let me search it with an alternative profile here. Let me just take a page, see if I can find myself. So if I go here, type that in, go to all. And by the way, this is kind of just the tip of the iceberg here. This might be a multi-part series. But ideally, like if I scroll through this, that post will probably, there's a chance that it'll show up. There it is. There you go. So ideally, like, people will search for things, right? Let's say they search for like step-by-step checklist. I don't know if that's going to show up, but let's just say it, let's say this person showed up instead. If you get enough engagement on a post, you'll start showing up in search as well. The secret with all of this is you just want to be good at getting people to follow you and engage with you because you're going to be able to take all that engagement and then Facebook's going to start showing you in search. It's going to start matching you with more people and you're going to start getting organic followers. This is actually a brand new profile. I had over 100,000 followers on Facebook and I lost that profile because I was talking about money and stuff like that. Facebook doesn't really like that kind of stuff, but I don't really care because you can always regenerate. A lot of this stuff, I've gotten banned on Facebook. I've gotten banned on TikTok twice with 150,000 followers. And that's why it's so important that you're farming all these leads because what you're doing, if you're not familiar with our system, you're taking these social media posts, right? Let's say it's Facebook. Let's just say this is SM for social media. And then you're taking them to some sort of bridge, right? Like an opt-in, like a high-level page. We're using high-level. So they enter their email, right? Just put an E for email. And then from there, we're redirecting them to like some sort of free group, like our Discord or whatever, group we have. And so what happens is even if one of these social media profiles, let's say this is a table, right? These are all the legs. And one of these is Facebook, one of these YouTube, whatever. One of these legs breaks. Well, that's fine. You still have this system and you can always regenerate this stuff because you have a following over here. And here's how you do it though, is you're just going in and you're basically tricking the algorithms into giving you a bunch of organic reach. And the reason that you're doing is you're siphoning this following out of these other groups, out of these other places. Does that make sense? Is it best to make all brand new profiles or is it? No, this is for personal. You can't go and make a Facebook page and then add people as friends with a Facebook page. It has to be a personal profile. But you could create an avatar. Like, these profiles are easy to build. You just need a Gmail. Instead of Facebook, what about Twitter? I'm not a big fan of Twitter. I mean, you could technically use Twitter as well, but the problem is it's so much easier, in my opinion, to get real followers on places like this than it is on somewhere like Twitter, because you're dealing with, in my opinion, you're dealing with a lot more bots. You're dealing with a lot more. I don't think the algorithm favors the smaller people like Facebook does. I think Facebook is probably here if you had a lot of followers, but if you're starting out and you have 0 followers and you have 0 engagement, I think the best thing that you can do is get started on Facebook. Here's another reason why as well. Inside of Facebook, you can start building circles, right? So like, for example, if I go and let's say I take all these people in our group, right? We got Kim, we got Jerry, right? Let's say we all follow each other. Well, what we can start doing is we can all start tagging each other, right? So let's say we start building this follow for follow channel, and we get a bunch of people in here that they're all following each other. Well, what's going to happen is we basically are able to access everybody else's followers. And the reason why is because we can tag. So let's say we got one person in here, Chad. Let me take the Chad here. So Chad's got 1,000 followers, right? I've got 2,000 followers. Okay. So if I go and tag Chad, and maybe Chad didn't follow me yet, but if he goes and friends me, what's going to happen is I'm going to be able to tag, let me add him as a friend. I'm going to be able to tag Chad. But let's say I'm going to just take Alex here, okay? Alex has, I don't know, 200 followers. I could say the same thing that I posted on that other group, which we've already proven to work. I could say, what's your favorite AI tool? And then this is going to go show up on Alex's page. But I did a test with this. Check this out. I actually did a test the other day where I tagged like 16 people at once. So I tagged all these people, right? This showed up on all their different pages. So if I go to, well, whoever has it enabled, I don't know. Some people might have it enabled. Some people might not. Let's see Nathan here. Looks like he doesn't have it enabled. Sometimes it's automatic depending on their settings. But let's take Alex here. Okay, so look, this is a test. Showed up on Alex's. And then let's go check out this one. This is a test. Showed up on Robin's. So what's happening here is you are able to reach all of their followers. I guess he only has 13. But if you have a bunch of people that are doing what we're doing and you create this circle, let's say you have 10 people that you tag and they all have 1,000 followers, right? That's 10,000 followers that you now have access to. And so you can essentially grow your following by tagging other people and then them tagging you back. And that's kind of the whole thought process of building these different follow for follow things. And then eventually what's going to happen is as you start to build up an audience here, you can start taking that traffic, right? So let's say you do what we're talking about here and you get up to your first 1,000 followers, okay, on Facebook. And remember, the best part about this is you don't even have to post videos. You don't have to do anything. You could do like image posts. You could just do these question-based posts. They're really, really simple. But let's say you get your first 1,000 followers. And let's say you get some leads out of it too, right? You get people DMing you, hey, I'm interested in what you're talking about, whatever. So now you have 1,000 followers, okay? Now what you can do with those 1,000 followers is now you can start pointing them to something like YouTube or Instagram or whatever. And what's going to happen is now you can start, when you post content, which you should post content either way, right? I think you should post videos every single day just to build up your YouTube organically. But if you can start siphoning your traffic from one place to another, that's going to organically grow that thing a lot quicker. And so this is why you really want to focus on omnichannel. I see a lot of people mess up on this where they'll go and just do YouTube videos and that's it. When they don't realize that if they started just spending like a little bit more time every day, let's say adding people on Facebook, you can go add a bunch of people on Instagram, Facebook. You could even subscribe to a bunch of people on YouTube. They'll get notified about it. I don't know what the chances are that they're going to subscribe back, but engagement, if you're not doing any engagement every day, that in my opinion is the missing piece. Okay. Because literally just you going out every single day and just engaging as much as you can, you know, joining communities, joining groups, adding friends, subscribing, commenting on things. The more you engage, the higher chances are you're going to start getting all this organic reach. Now, when you start going and doing content, you're going to be able to get a lot more people seeing it because all these people are organically coming and engaging back and it's promoting you to more people. Is it best to make all brand new profiles? It's up to you. I mean, you know, you might want to make brand new profiles just because like, you know, sometimes people that have friends, by the way, that like they're just friends, but they don't actually care about what you're talking about. Sometimes that can actually mess up your engagement, and it might even be better just to create a brand new profile so you have a fresh algorithm. Instead of Facebook, what about Twitter, now called X? Oh, I already answered that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I wanted to show you guys today. I probably will do a part 3 on this because there's a lot more to this that you can actually do. And this is, again, just kind of the tip of the iceberg. But we are on part 2 of the Facebook series, and I think we will have a part 3. But if you want to watch the other things, like how to get started on Discord, how to start with all these other things, high level, the $25,000 giveaway, all that stuff, go ahead. Join the free checklist. Just go to shineify.com, enter your info, and you can get started. But that's it for today. We'll see you in the next one. Till we do, happy money making. See you guys. Bye.